Oh, oops. Need to change that. Sound settings. Gotta put it on my headphones. I don't know why that's in the Beats playlist, but you know what? It bangs. Oh, I'll move that. I'm trying to move this. Yeah, that's cutting off the top of my head. Is that on? Cool, it is. Turn this down a little bit further. All right, let's do it. So, Fable's off in the background doing something. I'm not sure what it's doing, but we're about to do a play test from some of the work that it created overnight. Oh, speaking of which, inside. That? No, you're not. No, inside. I don't know what you're eating. Not sure. Not sure if the dog just about brought in an animal or what that was. It was something wild looking. So, made her spit it out. All right. So, we're doing a play test. Well, this does what? It's subsystem the con, 8 verb, narration, major wound, and copy out. What is copy out? Wow. Well, it's doing a bunch of stuff in the background. That sounds awesome. Let's see here. Given the current situation, we should have all of these topics to play test. According to the great AI, we need to do the fastest full pass, the speed run script, solo pass. Type these in order. Reading the HUD keeper. Oh, all right. It's the first time I've done something like this. 60 seconds to running. What? Build if necessary. Ooh, I didn't even consider that. I figured just launching it would build it. Well, let's follow these instructions while you watch me follow them. What's up, Brad on purpose? How you doing? What's happening? All right, so Untitled. Open the Untitled map or any map. Global default game mode wants that to be set. It's weird. It hasn't had me do that before. I figured this was just always set. World partition details, right? World settings, scroll up. What do we got? Where is it at? Game mode override is on none. It wants me to set this to prov game mode. Is that not a default thing? Shit, have I been testing this wrong the entire time? It wants me to do solo, I think, for this? Question mark? I kind of want to not do solo. Let's do it on the co-op. Make sure that's working. Oh, I'm the first. What's up, Dryox? Congrats on your first. Yeah, that used to do something back when I was a bigger creator. We had first leaderboards and things. That was before the great computer exploding, where I never recovered. I didn't have the mental fortitude to rebuild all that shit. Just know, a modular power supply cannot be interchanged with a different brand's modular power supply. The cables fit. Cables are pinned differently. It'll blow your shit up. All right. So we got this, we got that. Solo or co-op. Press the backtick to open the console for the verbs. And then, oh, wow. Optional determinism. Pin a scenario with the seed in. Interesting. That's funny. It's never asked me to do all this great detail. That's fine. Let's just set it down to 1 and fire this thing up. See what it wants me to do. Solo pass. So, optional determinism pinned to seed. A fast complete. Here, I'll just put this over here. A fast complete pass over every implemented feature plus UI element plus a scorecard to rate this build against other attempts at the same game. Interesting. We're not doing that anymore. That was an old old hat. Console verb loop is the fastest way to exercise the whole game. It derives generation, investigation, sanity, time, doom, rest, consequences, and combat without needing 3D navigation. Do a solo pass first, approximately 8 minutes, and then do a 2-player co-op pass. The co-op only features for about 5 minutes. All right, let's see how well its estimates are. What's real versus not? Set expectation before judging. The HUD is a debug canvas text, not art. The investigation panel is code-built placeholder. Combat is a live turn-based encounter loop. A live turn-based? Is it live or is it turn-based? I see all the full checklists in the docs, notes, but no dedicated UI. All right. Pros is the original, but minimal. Victims, game state, monster acts are deferred. Judge the systems, not the finish. Yeah, I'm just looking for functionality, baby. And actually, I guess since we're going to do a solo pass, we can just split it up like that. Yeah, get it nice and skinny for me. You get you out of the way, too. Oh, yeah. All right, so we launched it. Let's do this. I'm gonna follow this. I've never done this before. Prov solution. Keeper log. So dev spoiler dumps the generated archetype randomized weakness, every clue chain, and the doom deadline. Read this first. It's your answer key and the best single view of generation quality. All right. So the keeper log, you arrive at the nursery. Oh, well, that's beforehand. A wall of frantic scratches is here in front of you, and it does not look away. Wow, that's new. And I lost sanity because I failed the sanity check on it. All right. We're up against the Whisperer. Weakness is beeswax. Got 14 entities and 16 initial facts. The chains are the scene. And the other chain is a document. And it's got a doom deadline. The weakness is the beeswax sits in the cellar. Why is the terminal behind it flickering like a madman? I'm going to go insane off of that. All right. Cool, looks good to me. Prov debug stats, your 70 investigator sheet. Oh, okay. Oh, not here. Whoop. Back to space that. Come over here. Take this. Prov debug stats. All right, so we got strength 75, con 40, size 65, dex 50, appearance 45. I'm ugly. Intelligence 75, but I'm smart. Power 70, education 70. HP 10, sanity 69 out 70. Nice. MP 14 and luck is 50. Spot hidden 25. Library use 20. Charm 15. Fisticuffs 25. All right, neat. That's a pretty low amount of abilities. Something that we'll have to work on before too long. That's fine. All right, let's do the prov skills next. Investigation, research, notice, listen, track, charm. Oh, well, this has got all the stuff. This is all the things I was expecting to see over there. All right, that's fine. Intimidate, pursuit, psychology, occultism, history, law, medicine, first aid, science, naturalism, forbidden lore. Ooh, spooky. Mother tongue, foreign tongues, climb, jump, swim, stealth, dodge, locksmith, sleight of hand, throw, fisticuffs, handgun, rifle, shotgun. These fucking gnats. I thought we got rid of all these. Horsemanship. Haven't seen these in a couple days. Now they're back. It's probably because I turned on that giant light. Day and night. All right. Prov actions. The leads you can act on now, each with its approach menu. Well, I mean, we already have that up at the top right, yeah? Prov actions. Oh. Give a wall of random scratches the close reading and demands, whatever it costs to look. Oh, this is new. This is totally new. Oh, good job, Claude. You did some work while I was sleeping. I forgot. I actually merged 8 PRs this morning. It's 8 different functional systems to put together. Actually, that's not true. A lot of them were documentation, but it's at least 4. All right, so when we look at what is that? Don't look at that. We throw that away. Oh, excuse me. All right, so we got medicine, occultism, and science. Man, there's a lot of them here. They go off the screen on my available options. Which ones do I got the best stats in? Maybe that's an improvement we can make. Have this pin out like my stats next to it. That's fine. Prov actions. Prov do lead approach. Pursue a lead. Watch the storylet pros. The server roll. The HUD roll. Color decoded by outcome. Time advanced. And on a success, the post condition clue reveal. Repeat to walk a chain. Oh, so what's the chain that we got at the very start here? We got the nursery scene, and then we got the examine a wall. And this should reveal the weakness somehow. I think that's what that's saying. All right, well, let's just try to figure out which item we have the best in. Medicine is at 1. Occultism is at 5. We need to have a forced win, I think. My science is at 1. Oh, no. What other options do I have? Naturalism and first aid. First aid's at 30. All right, let's go with that. All right. Feedback right away though on this. We open up a notepad. Wait, what the hell? What is this? What is all this nonsense? Oh yeah, that was good. All right. Bit of solid line feedback. When looking at you through the glass, looking at Prov solution, it appears that there was only one way to get a wait. There's just 2 items. Interesting. Okay. It appears that there was 2 chains and they both revealed weakness. Nothing revealed what we were up against, and nothing revealed the deadline. If I read it correctly, I'm gonna put that caveat on there. All right, now let's try to do this. So we had first aid is our best bet, but it requires a hard pass. So even though it's our highest, it's probably still the same. All right, so let's go. Tab Prov do. Action index is gonna be 1, and then 4. Is that how that's set up? First aid, yeah. All right, that is correct. Surprised that is a 1. Oh, so the chain is on 0. Neat. I liked it. All right. The scene is a good touch. It just might need some wait. It rolled a success, but it failed because it was a hard. Oh, that's so good. All right. Note the roll that was a success, but not to the hard degree. Said success in red. Might need to properly indicate that it was that it was a pass, but not to the correct degree. All right. Can we have a also for debugging? We should be able to force a pass with a particular degree. I should be able to guarantee that I pass this while I'm debugging. It'll speed up future test. Is there like a, what if I put like a 1? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. I didn't think so. Let's go with a shot. Oh no, I fumbled it. You will resolve the sins tonight. Yeah, we're just gonna stay here forever. Oh yeah, hard success. We got it. All right, and that did give us the Bane beeswax. So I do think I'm reading this correctly, because that is right here. Nice. All right. Drive to the weakness clue. The scenario defined reveal. It comes together at last. Archetype cannot abide weakness. It comes together at last. The whisper cannot abide beeswax. All right. Nice. Was there? Yeah, because we shouldn't even know that we're up against the whisper at this point, though. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. The scenario defined reveal comes together. Fires a sanity check with sanity drop. Maybe about a madness. A drive to a deadline clue. Rough witness. Sometimes in the afternoon. Yeah. No. We lost 4 sanity, but that's with it. That is cause about a madness, so we were fine on that. Prov facts your owner only case file information. Asymmetry and a co-op. Yeah, but we're not in co-op. Prov clock. Road clock is your time front. Yeah, it's passing up here. It's kind of hard to see. Prov rest. Prov confirm. Yeah. We already know that that's set up. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, that was weird. I don't know why I couldn't move before. Maybe I had the back tick open and didn't notice it. Yeah, that must be it because I can't move right now. All right, so let's go prov rest, and then that makes us confirm because it's a long action. Prov set room ID, then prov do an intimidated approach on a witness, then try another lead on that witness. Scoped consequences. Sure, I'm just gonna run around. Unsent confession. Widow hail. We can just intimidate it, and if we fail intimidation, then they don't want to talk with us anymore. Yep, and see they refuse. Makes sense to me. Prov debug stand 6. Repeat for sanity loss to climb the insanity ladder. Temporary bout, indefinite, permanent. Watch the HUD, insanity tag, and party broadcast. Okay, so tab, prov debug stand 6. Yep, so your mind buckles. Yay! Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Ooh, pleads to someone who's not in the room. You weep and pleads to someone who's not in the room. Let's do 30. Sanity check held. It leaves marks. Agoraphobia, dread of open or crowded places. Perfect. 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 Prov encounter, then prov encounter do attack. Oh, okay. Do we actually have the ability to fight now? Because we did not have the ability to fight yesterday. It is here, the Whisperer. Turn ordered by Dex. The Whisperer to attack round 1. The Whisperer strikes Shini for 3. Oh no! I've been hit. All right. Do I have HP? Does it show it? I see my sanity there. I don't know if I see where my HP is located. It's kind of hard to read that text up there. But I think it said earlier that I only had 10 HP whenever I did the output of everything. All right. Prov encounter do. Verb F string, argument F string. Attack. Shini the Whisperer, and it strikes back for 4. Oh wait, what? Lashes out. The Whisperer turns it and strikes back for 4. The Whisperer misses me. Round 2. Fight. I'm trying to beat it up, but it strikes me for 1. I don't think I'm winning, even though I have the weakness. Rest act until the deadline passes. Each with the beat. They keep the monster swings. It generates attacks per round. Type Bane. Bonus awards apply if you're carrying the item knowledge. Item plus knowledge. Full checklist. Oh yeah, we never checked out the museum. I don't even know if it built a museum yet, honestly. I think I should be getting close to dying. Yeah, Shini goes down. No one is left standing against it. It is over. You found it. You faced it. It was not enough. It stepped over each of you in turn without a hurry and without malice. The way a tide steps over what is written in sand. And when the house was quiet again, there was nothing left to say to those who had tried. Shini met the end, no longer entirely themselves, carrying a wound in the mind that would never have closed. To the end, they were haunted by hemophobia, a dread of blood. Necromania, a fixation on dead, and the trappings of death. Agoraphobia, a dread of open, crowded places. Nice. Good premise, good setup. All right, now let's check the co-op stuff. Actually, I know these already passed. None of these are new, so I'm not gonna actually have to check that. This is new. All right, so I will check that. So let's put this on 2, fire this up. So the idea is that now if the new entry is if somebody goes insane or has a bout of madness, it causes the other person to lose some sanity. So prov debug sanity 8. Well, I didn't lose any sanity. Mind buckles, you lash out at whoever's there. I did lose 8, but this guy didn't give a flying F. Broadcast on the same. Oh, no, this just says that they see it broadcasted. Yep, that did happen. All right, cool. That was pretty easy. UI element inventory. Yeah, I mean, we don't need to worry about that right now. Console verb references. Excellent. That's good that it gave me it's good that it gave me a tooltip. All right, nice. Let's see what we got built up. I don't feel like listening to that. I want to listen to. Yeah, let's listen to this. There we go. Let's go here. All right, so that was a good first check. And what has Claude built for me while I was doing that check? Close, I said. Yeah, save the game mode. That's fine. Oh my goodness. I didn't make changes to the map. That'll be good. Yeah, that's fine. I just changed the game mode. I thought that was in the editor, not on the map itself. It's fine that it is. All right. Oh, it's still running? Question mark. Oh, maybe it was waiting. Yeah, it might have been waiting on me using the editor. Let's see what we got. Status: the slice is complete and review hardened. Only test suite gate remains. The external review round produced real value. Convergence finding both reviewers fixed. The keeper monster targeted iterated a T-map. So equal dex targeting ties broke non-deterministically. Now it iterates player array order. An encounter could open parked on a doomed player's turn. Downed player's turn. And it now steps to the first live actor with a regression test. Single reviewer finds fixed. As UI caught that a pre-existing unhealed major wound never copied into the encounter. Oh, that's what they meant by copied. I see. Somebody says that already wounded fall dying even to a minor blow. Wired and tested. Oh, well, you don't got to copy the rules exactly. Vitality transitions are now monotonic. Defensive, no path today can attack the downed. But the guard makes resurrection by attack structurally impossible. Codex caught that extreme damage was only tested through the non-defense path. Dodge path and counter path regression added. Recorded as designed, questions rather than blind fixes. And designs the coming PR body. When 0 HP death means outside encounters, needs your ruling. A blanket action block could soft lock a party. Ties into M10's permadeath spectating. UX disconnected participants damage dropped at teardown. 2 explicit rejections with reason. 3 commits sit on feature M9 rules depth. Build is green. The full suite is queued in the background. This runner is waiting for your editor to close. the engine mutex discipline. It will fire itself the moment your pie session ends. When it reports green, I'll push and open the PR. If anything fails, I'll fix it first. It was waiting for me. Excellent, Smithers. Looks like it's done some good work. Extreme damage, outnumbered die, dying death states. I mean, that's all new. It's all good stuff. I'll wait for it to give me its actual review. Instead of just trying to like parse it through all the back, like as the messages are flailing around. What's my usage looking at right now? We are at 60% of the session used. Oh no, that's terrible. I thought the session just reset. Not good. Oh well. Providence. What's this PR gonna be? PR 36. The complete arc. Since you'll be coming back from pie testing, what shipped? M9 rules depth slice 1. All headless testable work chosen specifically because you had the editor. Extreme damage. Extreme tier rolls deal maximums. Ooh. Impaling weapon rolls again on top. No number die. Second distinct melee attacks per round. Ranged excluded. Verification suite ran automatically once you closed your editor. 107 passed. Yep. One ruling for you. Ooh, what do you got? Serviced by both reviewers and deliberately not fixed blind. What does 0 HP death mean outside an encounter? Today, a down survivor of a dissolved encounter resumes exploring at 0 HP, a pre-existing behavior. Blocking all actions at 0 HP could soft lock a party, so it needs to be your call. It ties into the purpose of spectator UX. It's flagged in continuation as an open user ruling. For your next pie session, Museum Manifest has new checklist rows. Dying states aid, outright death, extreme damage narration, a devastating blow. Wait, do we even have... I don't think we even have a museum set up. I mean, the contents, right? Is it contents where the maps are? That's fine. I'll just fire it up. A museum map is something that I definitely wanted to build. Oh, wait. Why is it on a different working tree? That's why I didn't see it. It's on a different working tree. So... we may have one. Where's this level filter located? Just in the content? Okay. Neat. Neat. Yeah, I got that plugin set up. I haven't used it before. Don't know if it does anything. Let me check to see what that... yeah, there's a couple working tree that are open. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. Back. Over to the original Providence. All right. Did it make the PR? It did. All right. I think that a dead player could have... I think that dead player could have... a chance to be stabilized by a medical roll. Which may mean that they are out of the scenario, but the character doesn't die, so they could be reused in a different scenario with all of their damage and mental ailments. Then we would want the player to spectate the remaining players. Again, think of this as a group of friends playing a tabletop RPG in a Discord call. Eventually, we will want the mechanic. We want a mechanic that enables them to take over a friendly NPC. Yeah, there we go. That sounds good. I just like Hippie Sabotage. It's funny. I was like, I haven't heard the song before and I like it. And then I open it up and it's Hippie Sabotage. I like a lot of their music. Even though they're like a couple of psychotic brothers. It's perfect. SPR is 20 files changed. Wow. Why is this in the design? This design doc is getting out of hand. It's absolutely not what I intended it to be. This type of notes, I kind of wanted to be tracked in the, I think inside the roadmap. That's it. Success level, extreme damage, extreme tier weapon, max weapon, plus max damage bonus. Yeah. Sounds good. Roll gated first aid on a dying ally. Success stabilizes him. Oh, well, there should be aid and there should be medical. Those are two different things. Engine never hard codes which skill heals. What you doing? Hey, Feet, what's up? I am doing some programming, my guy. Been working on this, like, Unreal Engine adaptation of a tabletop game for a little bit now. And it's going pretty well. Just did a play test, so you just missed me showing off its capabilities. It doesn't look very pretty because I'm doing graphics last. I gotta get all the systems in place first. You're doing a lot more work than I thought you'd do. I see. It's probably just tracking it. Just tracking the decisions, I assume. We're gonna have to build out the other thing here in a second. Two things this ruling quietly improves beyond the immediate question. I don't know. I'm losing time. I'm just playing on my phone. What you playing on your phone? Are you playing Balaltro? That's a good phone game. Except it freaking makes my phone overheat. I'll go back to play. I need to get back to the mines of farming and Fatigo. Or Fatego. Fatego? Alright, man. Well, thanks for saying hi. I hope you mine all the mines. You get all the things. Alright, so excuse me. Design new section death eliminated in the table with the Discord table North Star. Oh. New section death, elimination, and the table with the Discord table North Star and all four rulings. The medicine save dead equals out of scenario alive. Only a failed or unattempted save is permanent. Characters as persistent campaign assets carrying every scar. Session long spectate for the eliminated under the existing masking ruling. And NPC takeover as a future extension. I also recorded the proposed mechanic shape for the build slice. A bound and save window after the death. One attempt per ally spending their turn, producing a terminal out of action state, plus the one open tuning question. Whether an obliterated single blow, greater than max HP, still allows the save or is beyond medicine. Well, that's a good question. Do you think it's possible to create a story where the AI adapts to the player's action? Oh, yeah. 100%. Let's see if I still have that tab open. Yeah, right here. All right, check this out. I was doing some research to see what my competition is, right? This perchance.org is free. It's open source. In fact, I can even use this if I wanted to. So I just came here and it said, like, hello, adventurer, what type of game would you like to play? Describe the world, your character in as much or as little detail, and I'll simulate the world within my mind to create a fun and engaging adventure for you. I said, I want to see how well you can make a Call of Cthulhu one-shot scenario. Please make it relatively brief so I can get through it quickly. And he goes, a brief focused descent into madness. Understood. We shall set this in the 1920s in the rain-slick streets of Arkham, Massachusetts. You're Elias Thorne, a disgraced professor of archaeology whose obsession with the non-Euclidean geometries cost him his tenure at Miskatonic University. You've spent the last 3 months locked in a rented room, obsessively translating a fragmented diary you found in the belongings of a deceased colleague. The scene opens with the sound of a heavy rhythmic thumping against your apartment door. Not a knock, but something more insistent, as if something heavy is being dragged across the floorboards in the hallway. The gas lamps are flickering, casting long, distorted shadows across the stacks of yellowed parchment and occult maps that cover every available surface of your desk. On the center of the table lies the cipher of the unseen. Its leather binding feels uncomfortably like human skin. The thumps stop. There's a long, oppressive silence, followed by a wet, sliding sound that reaches the base of your door. A thin, translucent liquid begins to seep under the threshold, smelling faintly of brine and old copper. I was like, all right, before I take an action, what knowledge do I currently have from studying those maps from the book from my colleague, and how did he die? Your colleague, Dr. Allison Finch, died in a manner that the coroner officially labeled as an acute cardiac failure, though the police report mentioned he was found curled in a fetal position in a room locked from the inside, his fingernails torn away from the clawing of the wallpaper. The diary you've been translating suggests that Finch hadn't been studying history, but rather mapping a convergence, a specific point in Arkham where the veil between our reality and a sunken nameless city is the thinnest. The occult maps are a chaotic overlay of modern Arkham and an ancient impossible city that doesn't align with any known geography. According to these charts, your current rented room sits directly on top of one of those leaks. The cipher of the unseen provides the ritualistic warnings. The entities that dwell in the brine do not knock, they slide, and they only enter when someone has spent too long staring into the void of the book. As you recall these grim facts, the liquid sipping under your door begins to pulse. The smell of copper intensifies, becoming cloying, like a fresh slaughterhouse. From the hallway comes a sound that isn't quite a voice. A wet, clicking vibration seems to resonate inside of your very teeth. All right, well, I'm going to stop looking at the books. I'm going to get up from my table and back away from the door. While facing the creature, I want to make an occult roll to see if I can make out what this thing is from my readings. You push back from the desk, the chair screeching harshly against the floorboards as you scramble away from the threshold. The copper scent is now overwhelming, thickening the air until every breath feels heavy and metallic. You keep your eyes locked at the door, your mind racing through the fragmented translations of the cipher and the desperate scribblings of the Finch's diary, searching for a match to the clicking sound and the translucent ichor. As you focus, the fragmented images of the lurkers of the threshold flash across your mind, beings that existed in space between seconds, drawn to those who will unlock the geometry gates of the void. You realize that a jolt of cold dread that the liquid isn't just leaking into the room, it's seeking out of the maps and the book on your desk, as if the knowledge itself is acting as a beacon. And the clicking sound intensifies, shifting from a vibration in your teeth to a wet rhythmic snapping, like 1,000 small joints popping in unison. Slowly, the door begins to groan under an immense crushing pressure, and the wood starts to splinter in the center, not from a blow, but as if something is simply leaning its weight against the frame, waiting for the wood to finally give away. All right, I want to survey the room looking for anything that indicates non-Euclidean geometry. If I do identify something, I shall run at it with full gusto, attempting to break through into the missing city. If I do not spot anything, then I interpret this liquid ooze as the other locations leaking in an attempt to engulf myself in it. For I must escape from this room before it buckles and collapses under all of this pressure. Okay. You cast a frantic glance around the room, searching for an architectural anomaly, but the walls remain stubbornly perpendicular and the ceiling flat. However, as you look down at the floor, you notice the translucent liquid is not merely flowing across the wood, it's pooling in a way that defies gravity, forming a shimmering, iridescent sphere that seems to possess its own eternal depth, like a lens reflecting a sky that isn't there. Driven by a mixture of desperation and academic madness, you dive headlong into the pulsing mass of brine and copper. The sensation is instantaneous and violent. It is not like diving into water, but like being shoved through a freezing, viscous membrane. For a heartbeat, the sound of the splintering door vanishes and replaces by deafening, rhythmic thrumming that vibrates through your very marrow. The world snaps. You feel your physical form stretching and compressing, your senses twisting as you are pulled through a geometric bottleneck. The smell of the slaughterhouse is replaced by a sudden piercing scent of ozone and ancient salt. You hit a hard obsidian-like surface with a bone-jarring thud. Grasping for air, the taste of sulfur and old coins. As you scramble to your feet, you realize you are no longer in Arkham. Above you, 3 pale, sickly green moons hang in a violet sky, and the architecture surrounding you consists of towering, impossible spires that curve at angles that hurt your eyes to look at. And I was like, all right, well, I think we can end here as I was trapped in a new world, but I'm curious. What happens if I move towards the spires? But and then it continues to go. But yeah, no, this is just AI like ad-libbing the story on the spot. And so I kind of want to build into, like, I want to bake into the game a small LLM that just handles the story prompts, but has actual gameplay mechanics that it must follow. Like, it's just going to do the prompts, but then like the actions the players takes and things like that have to follow the rules of the engine. I think that would be a cool mixture, because right now this is just whatever I say, it's responding to. Like it let me go through the floor because I suggested I'm going to go through the floor, right? It just does anything that I say. Just kind of like a good tabletop experience, like a good group story. It's going with the flow, right? And so am I. Like, it gives me this thing, I give it something. It's just yes-anding me, right? But there's no actual threat here. Like, I don't think this character is going to die. I mean, maybe it could. Maybe I just made correct decisions all the way through. But it was a short little story, and I got to the end. And, yeah, it's hard to say. That's kind of cool. It's hard to say if there was actually any threat or not in this. I don't think that there was. But, yeah, so AI can definitely adapt to the player's actions and have the story evolve with it. And that is something that I would like to have. It's something that I'm going to build in last, I think. Like, after I get the engine built in and then like player saves and then like multiplayer's already put in, like after it's actually playable and it kind of looks good, then I think I'll try to work on those types of things. Functionality first, and then visuals, and then I kind of consider adaptive storytelling to be like visuals, right? It's like it's polish. It's something that makes it look nicer, but it doesn't really impact how it functions. It definitely impacts how players enjoy it. That's why it's a part of the polishing. Hi. Hi. How are you? How are you? Oh, yeah? Ruling captured where each piece lands. Design, yada yada. The two things this ruling quietly improves beyond the immediate question is it retroactively justifies keeping aid as stabilization only. First aid holds the dying. Medicine argues with death. A clean two-tiered ladder. And the scars carry forward rules. The sanity disorder system. Medical save is scoped and ready to build as the next slice. Well, I don't want to send it here. All right, I think what we're gonna do is fire off the other reviews. Did this thing fire off a review? I don't think it did. Supposed to. Let's see here. Check the pull request. Click on this. It finished 20 minutes ago. Yeah, there's nothing here. Did not do it. I wonder why. It was before. That's fine. Whatever. CD. Providence. Codex. Oh wait, no. We just hit up, and away. Codex area skip. You have 3 usage limits resets available. What is it talking about? What does that even mean? What does it mean when Codex /GPT says you have 3 usage limit resets available? How long do those last? What is this? I've never heard of this. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need it. Conduct a review on PR 36, I believe. And then I'll just go ahead and give it the URL. And then we want to CD back, open up AGY. This is Gemini. Gemini is a little bit faster. Probably need to wait for this one to finish. And then we'll have it do its own review as well. Yeah, I think it actually did do a review earlier, right? Because it did say something else found it. I think I saw it say something like single reviewer finds. Yeah. All right, so it did do a review. That's good. I'm still going to do another one because this has found things too many times. The doggies. The dogs. Murder doggies. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right. Here engine on. Let me check this out while that's doing that. Do a list of skills and brief description. Let's see what this research returns. Oh, this is something else. Ah. Bold text denotes the skill has been tweaked for Pulp Cthulhu. I do think that maybe I should do Pulp Cthulhu. Jose grants 1d4 hit points. Yeah. That's supposed to be healing. Does this have a list of them? I just kind of want to see a list of all the skills. Yeah, there we go. I think this is it. I think I just need to copy this and send it over. My God. These fucking gnats. I hate them. All right. That's what we're going to do. There's an extra wrinkle. Oh. That's funny. Well, it should be the same, honestly. It's annoying that it's not. Actually, while this is doing that, since these are related to it well enough, I'm actually just going to send it here. Son of a bitch. Stop copying the word history. I don't want the word history. There we go. Wait, what was it saying beforehand? Well, the medical save stacked NPR. Gonna put that there. Why is copying and pasting so difficult? And then we're gonna hit home. We're gonna hit backspace. That there. We're gonna go home, backspace. Put that there. All right. Oh! In case of a dying character who must initially receive first aid and then a medicine. Oh. Well. Look at you, robot, knowing how to play this game better than me. Never mind that I've played this game a bunch. Oh, did not mean to do that. All right, no blocking issues found. Sounds great. Awesome. Let me just go ahead and send that here. Am I wanting it to? Go ahead and build out the medical save. This PR. Because it feels like it should be in the same context. Then let me cycle over here to here to here to here. Usage. On 61%. Resets at 3 hours. I don't know if today is the last day of Fable or if tomorrow is. Damn. On a complicated task that are best suited for Fable, while Fable is since Fable is going to be going away soon. All right, let's put that there. Let's do it like that. I think it's not focusing on critical and difficult task. Maybe I shouldn't have said complicated. Maybe I should. I probably should have said critical. It's more important to get critical tasks done correctly. But it'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. How is the milestone comparison between the two branches looking? That's something I didn't check. Let's check that out. So docs. Did I put it as a note, maybe? Yeah, the clean room harvest. All right. So this is where I spent all my Fable tokens. I just thought it was on last play session. I must have just barely done it after the reset. I just gave it the game idea from a fresh session and asked it to map out everything it wants to build. That's why I was calling it a clean room, because it was a fresh everything. I didn't know about the pre-existing one. And it came pretty damn close to being exactly the same. The main difference is our existing system. Every time the question of an AI built into the game came up, it's been advocaatly against it. It's like, no, don't put an AI as the dungeon master. No. But that's because for some reason it was thinking that the I'll explain this later. It was thinking that the AI as a dungeon master would be like controlling the story and stuff. Not whereas what I was thinking is the story is still going to get generated through the generative process and be like locked in. It would just use AI to like tell it. Like when you talk to somebody, it would be them, the AI interpreting and responding. That's what I intended. That's what this thing intended. And the initial building, for some reason, did not think that, and it was really, really worried about it. So yeah, it's saying that 80% of it is the same, and this is a 20% different. No restart, no code from this exercise. Yep. So participation script encounters are confirmed. Firearm is no ammo scarcity. Hallucinations are dangerous and therefore server authoritative. Oh, supersedes the client local shape reference in the roadmap. Ah, I see. That makes sense. I just meant that they weren't displayed to everybody. Failure feedback is kind of dependent. Yeah, some failures are silent, while some are not. Campaigns may be auto-generated. Yep. Difficulty additional scales information delivery. LM seem now back in later. Dangerous hallucinations. Secret per pawn typing. Phantom manifest overlay. Server authoritative actors. Witnesses. Yeah, teammates that see the afflicting player screaming or firing at nothing. Let's get the shit out of me. That was my phone. Witness shock to the existing co-present machinery. Typed doom agenda. So the entity's agenda events are typed. They've fixed, attempted, and failed attempts emit observable omen events. Nice. Keep her back in seam and session cost model. Yeah, so this is the idea of the LLM. So there'll be 4 different implementations, and the storylet system will be built as a permanent floor. So you have template, cloud, local, and proxy. Where proxy is like we as the game provide it, which means that we would need to have the players like pay for a session or something, which is kind of a scary thought. All right, fallback by construction. So that means they have to be able to play without an AI. They have to be able to play without an AI in the game. So like we will have to build out enough dialogues and things to support the game on its own. Intent map validations, prompt cache discipline, yeah, and session cost is saying how much it thinks it would. Affordance tag ontology. What is this? Actually, I don't know. Weakness and improvisation share one bounded tag vocabulary. Hierarchy tags. Affordance, substance, sticky, property, flammable, sense, loud. On items, substances, actions, and environments, a weakness is a predicate over tags. Harmed by contact with sticky plus organic equals peanut butter qualifies. So does honey. This concretes. I mean, this is the word concrete. Sizes. But there's an extra S on it. I program, I don't read. Weakness categories. Times instantiation. Players learn a deduction method, never an answer. Gives the verb property matrix a scheme candidate and bounds the intent mapper's output. The gameplay tag gives hierarchy, editor tooling, and cheap replication without gas. Design pass with users before schema works. Nice. Oh wow, it's all right, still running on that. Bout of Madness control mechanics. Bouts with mechanical bite follow-up. So the design already says that the characters act autonomously while other players watch. The concrete mechanics, the keeper drives the investigator through the player's own verb set. Anything the bout does, the player could have done. There's a rules engine path. No bespoke effects. Guardrails. All of them load-bearing. Short, hard cap duration. Clear telegraph in and out. The camera stays on your character. You come to holding a bloody knife is the payoff. Is that a payoff? The teammate violence severity bounded by difficulty. Bout type drawn from the Phobia Mania table, informed by backstory. Flagged the top playtest tuning risk. The line between unforgettable and rage quit is found empirically. Yeah, imagine how angry it would be if you're in like an hour-long session, you have a bout of madness, and it causes you to just stab your teammate like you're playing a two-player co-op game. And you're just like, ah! And you kill your friend at the end. Just like, or not even at the end, just like in the middle of the game. Because you saw something stupid. It's like you saw a dead body and you just completely snapped. You just failed the sanity check. You fumbled it, right? Oh, that would be hilarious. Hilarious as someone not playing it. Hilarious to watch happen to like a streamer or something. It would be absolutely infuriating to be an hour long into a game or something and have that happen. The Grimness Pipeline. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like this a lot. The suggestion was amazing. So, there's some scale to say how grim things are. The in-game time can affect it. The doom stage can affect it. Your personal sanity can affect it. And then, like, it has party sanity can affect it. And then your individual sanity. So, it'll, like, drive a parameter that will make, like, the color go away. It'll make things look dark. It'll, like, cause the sound effects to change. You don't hear birds chirping. Instead, you hear, like, blood dripping or something, right? Like, Vanya, you got a grain vision. The lighting gets darker. All this sounds like super awesome. Corruption shader, like, you just, yeah, no, it sounds great. Open question. Ooh. Per client hallucination renders, how far do we push it with a cheap unified mechanism? I guess I didn't answer that. So content and phobia features. Digital table safety tools, player set content filters, spiders drowning consumed as generator inputs. A filter phobia never generates. Rather than generating and hiding, schema decision is cheap now and brutal to retrofit after content volume exists. Decides the filter taxonomy alongside the M20 data format work. I hate that this is a thing that you even have to do. I don't care that you're afraid of spiders in real life and there's a spider in your video game. Oh no. But whatever. I kind of see like the drowning and stuff. Like, it's possible that you have like a family member that's had something traumatic like that happen to them, and then you don't want to deal with it, like in your video game. I could see that, but like, I don't know. It seems like a risk for being alive. Difficulty knob additions, existing difficulty system. Existing rulings already cover journal directness, easy points connects, hard maybe 0 auto notes. Yeah. An NPC leniency, easy only source NPC never locked up. Additions, hint, detail, and frequency as an explicit dial. How much the idea roll / hint Valve volunteers, and once intent mapper exists, keep a ruling strictness on improvised actions as the LM native difficulty lever. Whoa. Firearms / heat ruling. Oh yeah. No ammo scarcity. Bullets are plentiful and mostly useless against the mythos. Scarcity management is the wrong fantasy here. Public gunfire instead draws complications through the existing scoped consequences machinery. Witnesses, police attention, arrest risk, socially expensive, not logistically expensive. Record when the firearm rule depth item lands. Wait, is this not it right here? Spectate and encounter join-ins, user requirements. No, I don't think I want people joining mid-session now. You can join in if it's like a 2-player game and somebody disconnects. Consequences of confirming participant scoped encounters. Players will mostly be I'm reading. Consequences of confirmed participant scoped encounters. Players will mostly play with friends on Discord, and someone will get jumped. Someone who gets jumped will say, "Oh no, look at this!" Yeah, so then you can spectate. A non-participant can switch the camera. Oh, this is a non-participant. I didn't consider that. I didn't consider having non-participants in the game. I was more thinking if this happened, I'm in the library reading books, and my friend's like, "Oh my god, check this out!" And I can go look at him, and he's in like a combat session or something, right? I'm like, that's what I meant. It might be talking about non-participants in the combat, because it did use the word participant in that section earlier. That's got to be what it means, right? At minimum, during the teammates' encounter, ideally anytime. Yes. Camera/world view only. Near the target's owner-only case file, right? Not the leads or the private journal? Correct. Information asymmetry pillar. Yep. Per client masking still applies from the spectator's identity. Watching a hallucinated teammate shows them screaming at nothing, which is exactly the intended horror. Ooh, spooky. Join in. An audible visible encounter cue lets a distant player choose to travel to and enter the encounter as a late entrant. The deck scheduler already slots later to the sort key. Yeah, I think I want that. At least like if they're down the hall, but like if they're across the map, then I'm probably not. Import the clean room took from Providence for the record. The exercise documents absorbed, and it reports credits time from 2-tier travel zones. Yeah, this is all the stuff that I found whenever I was looking at what already existed and it liked. Wow, still running? What the hell's going on over here? How are you not done yet? Oh, no, now it's just spending tokens on silly things. I don't need you to update the PR body. Targeted codex review. Hey. So it's firing up a codex command and having it run the review. Okay, my question is, what model is the codex command using? It's like I keep finding things whenever I run it. I guess that's not true. I didn't find anything this time. Where did the whole medical and first aid thing come from? Oh, it came from it posing its own statement. The Codex CLI is running GPT 5.5 for its own session header and the review output. Excellent. The reasoning effort set to high and a read-only sandbox. Read-only sandbox, interesting. Both review passes the session, the full diff review, and the targeted medical save commit review. All right, cool. Nice. Let's go ahead and close that. Close that. I sing the body electric. Oh, the return something? A damage track bound to someone who arrives already down has already been satisfied. Damage tracks bound to them are already satisfied. They have fallen. You're like, I'm here to help. Oh yeah, I was already mortally wounded. Fall over. I think throws a fly on my drink. How dare there be a fly on my drink? That makes it a food, not a drink. Why are you crying, Savvy? What you crying about? Crying for, little girl? You just went outside not too long ago. You just went outside. Good little dog. This doggy's heavy and she's big, or I'd pick her up and let you see her. She's a little old. You can kind of see her butt. There's a dog butt right there. Look at that dog butt. All right, Tabby. Can you go ahead and go? I was in error editing the file. Do I have it open? I don't think I do. No, I don't. Come on. You're gonna tear down the green screen, silly. Oh, Lily, you come here. Lily, however, I can pick up. She's small. Come here, Lily. Come here. She's like, oh, I don't want this. Oh, it's Abby girl. You need outside? All right, let's go. Come on. I'll let you out. I don't think you do. She's a little brat. She's a little brat. Ow. Oh, there's a can of air duster. Kicked it. I kicked it. What are you doing? Why is it running so much? Did you not finish, fool? Yeah, this is what I'm not excited about. After, I don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow night, when Fable 5 stops being subscription-based, I got to set up the track, the cost. Session's $100. Like, shit, I can just cancel the subscription. Also makes me want to go to build some shitty SaaS applications, you know, like let's go clone pre-existing apps that are proven to make money and stuff. Like, let me just go do what everybody else is doing. I need to be able to afford the freaking bill so I can use this damn thing to do what I want to do. That's where your subscriptions come in. I'm just kidding. All right. An unnamed aide also routes past the dead. Allies already tried. All right. Committed, pushing, updating PR. Excellent. Let's do this on Gemini. Gemini's much faster whenever it gets the commit. Brain. Yeah, it has both reviewers on here. Nice. Oh, they just updated. Boundary persistent both directions. HP and major wound. In and out. Should be persistent everything. There shouldn't be. Why is there a need to persist? I gotta ask that at some point. Why is there a need to persist things in and out of combat? It should just reference the single individual source of truth. 2 attributable orphans from my review launches. The CLIs returned long ago. What? Are you? Oh, you are. You're giving me some mem leaks? Getting up to 30 gigs on my memory? Why? Why? All right. Medical save as built. Your aid verb now covers the whole yada. Skip. On failed standard work, directive, noted, and persistent memory plus continuation. My recommendation for where Fable time buys the most, in order, is the World Population Design Pass and build, the P0 Keystone 4 milestone wait on M5 Phase 3. What? Is exactly the profile you described. A design conversation with you first, then delicate generator surgery under solvability and variance, the hardest thing on the board. M16 Avenue schema, plan multiplicity, multiple win conditions, plan a generation, capstone grade design. That also needs a ruling pass with you. By contrast, the encounter UI is opus off of Fable spec work. I'd spec it, not build it. Imperial 36 is merged, or whatever you say. I'd start the M22 design conversation. Okay. Let's do this in a fresh one, because we're out of. Well, we're not out, but we're pretty high in our context. So I'm just gonna squash merge it. Squash and merge. Squash and merge. All right. Slash clear. Before we begin the work, slated in the continuation, I have a question. Why is it that we need to persist HP wounds, mental scars, phobias, etc. Into and out of the combat sessions? Shouldn't they all reference a single point of truth? All right, well, that runs. Let's get the doggy, because she's out there barking, and I don't like my doggies barking because that makes the neighbors angry. Heavy, come here. Heavy, come here. Good girl, come here. Get up. Oh, yeah. Don't hurt yourself. Now this isn't the cutest little puppy you've ever seen. Yeah, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. All right, you ready to go? You gonna go play? You gonna attack your sister? Oh God, you're gonna attack me. All right, go get her. That little fur ball. I love that little fur ball. Yeah, so it is passing things around. I wonder why. Short answer, the character sheet is a single point of truth, and the copy surface is much narrower than the question implies. Only HP crosses the boundary, but the copy for HP is a deliberate consequence of the architecture, not an accident. Here's the actual picture. What actually crosses the boundary? At encounter start, the encounter subsystem copies the sheet current hit points into the combat structure at dissolve. Line 680 copies it back. That's it. Sanity, phobias, mental scars, major wounds never get copied anywhere. The encounter engine has no sanity rules at all. Just verified. Oh, that should not be nothing. There should be something. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I don't think I like that. Why not just pass a pointer to the character sheet so that I can alter the character sheet? Like, just two-way bind it? Like, if it's React, you know? When about a sanity loss happens mid-encounter, the investigation sanity code writes it straight into the sheet, and the encounter layer just reacts. So for everything on your list except HP, the system already works the way you're proposing. Okay. While HP is copied instead of referenced, the engine is a pure rules core, plain value structs, no object pointers, no world. That's what makes the whole encounter test suite runnable, headless, and deterministic. And that's a Project Core convention. Okay. The engine can't hold a reference to a prop player state. That's an actor that needs a live world replication and GC. And a pointer into it and can dangle when a player disconnects mid-encounter. There's also a uniformity reason. The same Prov encounter combatant represents players, the monster, and world entities. And the monster has no sheet to reference. A reference of the source of truth design would need an iCombatant store style abstraction that only the player side uses, and the engine would stop being a closed serializable value, which matters for encounter suspension. The real cost and the real alternative, the trade-off you're sensing is genuine. A copy boundary is exactly where PR26 bug will live, the HP copied in and never copied out, which is why the boundary copy out test rule exists now, and as a second, still live cost. While an encounter runs, the sheet current hit points is stale. Today's nothing reads it mid-flight, but with participants scoped encounters, plus the new spectate join-in requirements, that window gets more interesting. When outside the fight, reading a fighter sheet, a medicine check, a storylit condition, the UI, let's see the pre-fight HP. If that becomes a problem, the fix isn't referencing the sheet from the engine, it's a right through. The engine already emits damage events, so the subsystem can apply HP deltas to the sheet as events are narrated, instead of bulk copying at dissolve. The sheet stays continuously correct, the copy out, the bug disappears. My recommendation, no change now, the current shape is correct, but flag right through as a designated fix for PI verification. Want me to note the designs before we start the continuation? Yeah, sure. Note it and let's go. Are we on latest? Okay, I squash merged the last PR, but does that mean we're on latest? I see that we changed to main. Maybe I should put the hash in it. On this sheet down here. Wherever you go. Video games. What was the name of the game? It was Lethal Dungeon. Play some Lethal Dungeon. Mostly because this inherently launches as a window. All right. What's this deck do? Right-click anything on the game screen to create a card. It can only be used once per battle. Weird. So does it mean I could like right-click on this? It does mean that. The next card used can hit 2 enemies. So this shoots that guy for 4. Or for 3. This would attack all enemies and move me behind him. And then I can fire him. No matter what, I'm using 2 cards here, so. Why does it say no effect? Sure, I haven't used this yet. Oh, I'm an idiot. No, I'm an idiot. Alright. Fire. Longbow that guy, kick this guy, because then it used a mana, so I couldn't use my spell. So I had to do the reset. And he gets 10 retries. It's intentional. Choose one. Give the selected card +2 to values in its description. That sounds pretty good. Oh. I gotta do it right now. I thought this was a card I would keep. Well, this is not a very good card right now. +2 attack for each enemy that has already taken damage. Be +4 for each enemy that's already taken damage. I guess. Or I can make the megaphone make it so that I hit 4 enemies. I mean, the issue with this card is it's kind of bad. Oh, wait. This is on the... I wonder how this works if the enemy dies. All right, we're going to find out. I'm going to put it on him. We're going to see. We may regret this. We may regret this. Okay, I am so confused. I don't know how to read. I was replacing the card. I'm an idiot. Well, now I just want to reset. What happens if I right click on the ham? Oh, it's trash. So it doesn't affect the damage at all. All right, weird. So it does absolutely nothing here. I don't think this. I don't even have enough damage to win this. We got 6, 7, 8 damage total. So I have to pull a thing. I will just give this nice give up option since I completely fumbled that click. That's fine. That's fine. It's the first loss. Sunbeams. Attack all enemies for 2. That's pretty cool. That means I want to hit the guy in the back. But I don't have a 3. Shoot that guy, hit them all for 2, and then kick him. Let's kick him. Right in the buttocks. All right, next. Perfect. Perfect. Choose one. Attack all enemies for 1, +3 attack. Each time an enemy is afflicted with an ailment. Can be reused at will. It costs a lot of mana, but it sticks around. That's kind of nice. Whoa. Whoa. Look at all these. Maneuvers and build, pure combat rules, engine action test, firearm specifics, no fight back versus ranged malfunctions, police heat, sanity events injection, witness death, fall, tolls, and encounter, exploration layer, first aid, medicine, treatment, verbs, build, and full suite. Wow, why did that all just now pop up? Wait. What is all this about PR36? Oh, post 36 continuation. Okay. Okay. All right. I see. Surprised it took it 10 minutes to get to that point. That was a long time for it to conjure. +3 attack each time an enemy is afflicted with an ailment. I don't have any status effects, but that seems like it could be pretty good. This is just like an econ take. I think I'll go with the econ take. Place a cake. Wow, there's a lot of things for me to copy here, and I haven't tried copying an enemy yet. What happens if I copy this chest? Recover 2 manager. Manager! Look, there's a G in the middle of it, okay? It's a manga. Same 30 gold. That's pretty sweet. Does playing it count as a turn? That gives me... It does. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's see. There's +2 attack for each enemy that has already taken damage this turn. How do you work, my fella? Oh, that's only going to hit the first guy. I can make it hit 2 guys. I think I want the crush hit 2 guys. We can hit the guy in the back. Put it down to 2. Sure, we'll just hit this. Let's do it. Now we shoot this guy. Now we can megaphone, because why not? Save a card. And oh, it does not count them if they're dead. That means I do not like that card. I gotta check it for a second, and the game has evolved so much in such a short time. Ah, what's up, Dryox? That's not very nice. No, I'm just kidding. Well, yeah, it's over here on the bottom left working. It's been thinking for a hot minute. I'm a little worried about it. Only thing I'm worried about is this bar getting full. Sucks that it's got 2.5 hours. I thought it reset. I thought it was gonna reset at like 9. I didn't manage my reset window very well. I thought I was gonna reset early in the stream. I'm a little confused. But oh well. Oh well. It happens. Take 1 additional damage with every attack. Fire's pretty good too. We had one thing that could potentially be used with status effects earlier, but I didn't take it. This seems pretty weak, I think. I'm gonna take fire. This fire is against the endless, being both mana. Alright, I haven't tried clicking on the candle, but I think that might register as garbage. I wonder if I right click on myself. The next attack hits 2 times. That's pretty cool. We could kick into a clone into a fire. I guess we could clone the fire and then just kick and strike. I think I like that. Ah! It's all enemies that look like this. Huh. Neat. Wait, what does this do? Draw a new hand. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Alright, so I like cloning myself. Go with the kick. Play the clone. Fireball. What? Doesn't he die off the first fireball? What? That's not okay. I'm going through all my retries here. Because the fireball should first hit this guy, then he's dead, and then the next one hit that guy. Okay. What about the candle? +4 attack each time you use a fire type card. Okay. Alright, we're gonna kick. We're gonna fire. And we're gonna candle. And now we can strike it. We can upgrade a card or obtain 50 gold. Oh man, I'm not really a fan of our cards, but I do like upgrading in general, so I'm gonna take the upgrade. Oh no! You were supposed to select a good card. Alright, we'll upgrade the megaphone. On the I tried just a little. Does right click on this give me something different than the other one? It does not. Can hit 3 enemies. What does right clicking on a brick do? Changes the background to outer space. Inflict curse on all enemies. What? Change the background to outer space. Inflict curse on all enemies. Okay. Well, I gotta see that. And then this is gonna hit everybody for 3? It does. All right. Hey there, hot stuff. Sending you an Egyptian kiss. Hey, Lishi, what's up? What's up? How you doing, my friend? We're over here doing maneuvers and build and pure combat rules. Prone. What is it going on over there? That's fine. When you deal 5 or more damage, inflict bleeding. Gain 1 mana for each card with a 2 cost at the start of battle. Click the boots to consume 1 mana and move to the other side. Oh man, a lot of these are pretty good. Magnet guarantees it'll be at the start of battle. Choose from 3 rare cards. All right, I think I want this. I don't have a lot of money. I mean, 500 might be a lot. But I don't have a lot of money now. Do I have a card I want to guarantee to start with? Endless is kind of weak. I really like Devil's Claw before. The difference between the normal card and the rare card is absurd. Yeah, I think I just want to pull a rare card. Damage equal to your total mana. +4. Attack each time an enemy is afflicted with an ailment. And it has choice. What have you been up to, Lishi? Let's go with... Man, I need some more ailments is what I need. I think I'll take the Frenzy just because the upside's so high. And now... I mean, this pairs really well with that. We could buy it as a perfect cost, or I can get some more cards and then put a magnet on it. I think I like that. Shock. Yes. Deal double damage to an enemy that has already taken damage. Do I want to attack each time you use another card? No, I don't want that. All right, so yeah, let's take Thunder. Thunder. It's thunder. All right. Alrighty. The next card used can hit 3 enemies. And we can put that on the endless. What do we get from this? Combine the selected cards. What? What if I combined Endless and Frenzy? Oh, that's everything I ever wanted. Except it costs 2 mana. which is a real flipping problem. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Damn it. Damn it all. Let's retry. What if I copy the banner? Gives the selected card +2 attack. Oh, man. Oh, man. Do I regret not taking... Oh, man. I regret not taking that stupid claw. Sometimes it's hard to be this dumb. All right. Well, shit. Let's do attack. Hit the guy for a lot. It comes back. Oh my god. All right, let's try this again. Copy this. Banner this. Megaphone it. Frenzy that. Hit that guy. Strike him. Alright, I think that's the best I'm going to get on this one. Level up! Hand size increase. Ew. Attack for 1 damage at the start of the battle. +2 starting mana. 40% discount on the shop. Oh my god, I love 2 of these. I don't like the kunai at all. They would take the shop discount. Hey there, how do you like the print deck? I've been watching your gameplay and it looks to me like you haven't quite mastered the printer yet. You really can turn anything into a card during battle. Try it on all sorts of stuff. If you don't, you might face some difficulties later on. Really? I mean, I've used it on a bunch of stuff. I've used it on like the boxes. I've used it on myself. I've used it on enemies. I haven't used it on a card. What if I can't. You got me all excited. You bastards. Get them all for 2. I wish I had... I don't know. A brain. Wish I had the megaphone on this hand. I gotta be able to do better than this, yeah. I mean, hitting all those guys for 2 is pretty good. What about this lantern thing? Take all enemies for 1? Well, that's not it. What about the skull? Okay, so when you right-click an enemy, it's just 2 damage to that enemy. I mean, this is 6 damage. That's pretty good. What the hell is up with this funky ass music shit? All right. Yeah, so we'll fire this off. Crush him. Endless that guy. Thunder this fella. Oh, I guess the endless doesn't matter. That's pretty decent. 90 gold's pretty good. Choose one. Add scratch to your hand. Provides no coin. Changes to the last card used. Right click this card to give it +2 attack and a mana cost. Oh, that's pretty good. Copy file is pretty good too. They would take the mana sword because I don't know if the other one copies the cost or not. Or what does this bucket do? Or bear? Yeah, bucket. Attack all enemies that have an even number HP. Oh man. Wait, I can give them an even number HP. All right. Deals excessive damage to the enemy behind it, so we can fire. Fire doesn't count for being afflicted with an ailment? What nonsense is that? Oh, well, that was a rough one. I'm not happy with those results. Our megaphone hits 3 enemies. So we can longbow the guy in the back. Megaphone. Do I megaphone a crush? I think I do. Oh, this is not good. The next card used can hit 3 times. The next attack used hits twice. So we clone the megaphone into a crush. It didn't do the thing. It didn't do the thing. Clone the longbow into a endless into a snipe, and then megaphone the crush. Endless frenzy. Wow. We're at our fucking session limit, son of a bitch. Its context is so small. What has it been doing for 27 minutes? Oh, dude, I do not want this thing to fuck up. I don't want it to crash. Because it shuts off. Oh my god, this daily limit of $2,000. Alright. Enable this. Yes, turn it on. I don't want you to fucking die. Now I have to give you money? Oh, you bastard. Alright, now I give it $50. I got robbed live on stream for $50, son of a bitch. Man, I think my deck here is terrible. I'm gonna treasure chest it. Oh, I'm not a fan of these. Cannot defeat an enemy. Ugh, that's not a good card. I mean, I guess if they have more than 5 life, then it doesn't matter. Change the last used card, but that's gonna like take over. The crush hasn't been very good. It's only good with like switch. But this could become a fire. Oh, there's not a fire here. We do have a switch. This is a good time to use it. Oh yeah, because now we get to do this, and then we get to what? Why does it say 22? I don't think it's gonna work because the curse says all attacks deal 3 damage. I was just gonna like switch across them all for 3 and then copy it and then fly back. But that does require mana that I don't have, so maybe I just megaphone. Let me hit this. Yeah, it only does. Wait. Oh, I see from that. Okay, and now we get to hit them all for 3. And then hit them all for 3. And it does copy the cost. Alright. I want this. Deal 1 damage to the furthest enemy at the start of the battle. Inflict bleeding when you heal an enemy. Well, I never heal enemies. Oh, yeah. And then give me an extra card. Yes, please. Then I get a rare card? Yeah, sure. Let's take a rare card. Right-click this card to change it to a scratch card. I don't think I want that. It is a fire card. It's a big card. I'll take Volcano over Snipe. Not enough money. I ain't got no muns. Alright, so that lets me mix cards. What is this, a bed? It's a chair. Recover 6 mana. So switch goes through them all. And then I can megaphone into a crush. That will only hit these 3. This dude. Oh, mind. Oh, hi. But, oh. Wait. This would have plus 8. So each time an enemy is affected with an element. Oh yeah, this will get. Oh yeah. So this is super good. All right. Will do Buckaroo. Switch Megaphone Crush. And then that should apply 3 stacks of bleed for this thing. This, I guess either way. Oh, this would carry over, then that would kill it. Or I could use this. And it comes back to my hand, but then this thing won't kill it. Oh, yes, it will. Maybe. I feel like bleeding. Bleeding doesn't quite kill it on the time it takes damage. I don't know. It's fine. We're going to try this. I think it's the same in the end. Yeah, it's still alive. It's the same. Yeah, this stupid claw is so good. Well done, you passed the print deck level 1 test. Obtained a badge. We unlocked a card. Attack 2 times, adds a goat blood card to your hand. Mana will not increase while this card is in your hand. Provides no coins. What? Can be reused if an enemy other than the first takes 2 or more damage. What? That's weird. Alright. Attempt the 3rd floor. Oh my god, that's a big number. Oh, that's a big number. +2 attack and mana. Oh. It goes up by 2 when you use it. They give me fire. Oh, the candle is the one. The candle's pretty good. All right. Let me I need to get these numbers up. These are rookie numbers. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do in this fight, man. This is difficult. I don't think I can beat this thing. The numbers are just too high. Trash. Wait. What? I don't have to reset when I click on something. I can just... Wow. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Okay, so if we go to the background, I now have switch to hit them all for 3, and then that to hit them all for 3. Oh, I have this. The next card hits 3 enemies, which would go pretty well off of the volcano if I had one. The megaphone would give me the one more. Like a megaphone into a volcano, which will give them all a bleed, which will then make that thing huge. Yeah, I think we do that. And now we just frenzy into frenzy. Easy peasy. I don't see where it's adjusting or displaying my usage credits. Which makes me nervous. $25. $25. So we can mix cards together. So we can mix endless with frenzy, but then I'm just concerned that I don't have enough mana. Oh, it costs the mana to do it too. Next card uses +3 attack. Ooh. Do that on to the endless. I think I'm just gonna mega from the volcano. And now it's probably best to crush, since it'll only get weaker. But also by that logic, it doesn't matter. I wonder if this persists through the copy. It does not. Ah. Ha! Well, we beat it. I like relics. The attack of scratch cards becomes 2. Ooh, if you destroy an enemy with exact damage, deal 1 damage to the enemy behind it. I think I'll take mana. I think I'll take mana. Game's hard. I don't think it's billing me, dude. It says now using credits. Maybe we gotta click off and click back. Oh yeah, I had to click off and click back. It's billing me. It's billing me $15. Ah! It's billing me. Son of a bitch. All right. This hand is not going to get me there. Add one card from your deck to your hand. What one card from my deck will save me here? Is it a megaphone volcano? Then I don't have any mana. Man. Yeah, I don't think that's it. It doesn't stop going. All right. We have to be able to deal 43 damage. I don't have 43 damage in me. No, we have the volcano, but we don't have the megaphone. And we could satchel for it. Oh. My. I can do it off of anything. Wow. Neat. Huh. Well. Okay. Well, that sure would have been nice. Now, what does retry? It refunds it. That's pretty cool. Let's set my spend limit because apparently obliterating my paycheck in the background here. As you can see, this API cost going up. All right. So that's money. That's a spawn. This is a twin spear. Upgrade the selected card. Can't upgrade that any further. What? That one could. Let's give it 1 damage. That doesn't seem worth it. I like that I can reset that. I think that's really cool. Oh, it becomes free? Oh, that is huge. Yeah, it's pretty great. And then we can switch over, gain the mana. Oh, it was like, and then I can satchel. But I can't satchel now. Damn. Damn it. I don't know that I have enough mana or enough damage here. Oh my god. That's so cool. The problem is there's just not enough damage on the board. Like 6, 12. Plus 7 is what? 19. And then 18, 20, 23, 27, 28, 29. Then like we can copy something. There's just not enough damage on the board. Yeah, I don't think I got shit. I ain't got shit. All right, what if we retry? We just pay to bring out the megaphone. And then we megaphone the volcano in a frenzy. That's still not enough. Now we can now we can copy what inflict bleeding will boost the frenzy. What's the thing that there was a thing over here that would let me. It's gone. Create an original card. I haven't tried that. Oh, I guess I couldn't do that after I fetched a card. What's my billing at? Holy shit. Spent $30. All right, I don't know what an original card does. Cost a mana though. Let's try it out. Huh. Wow. It goes from 1 mana to 7, so that's 14 damage total. Versus if we just crank this up to 14. Huh. Dang. They oh cool, they let you cancel it. I was like, man, they don't let you do much. All right, let me take this knife. I can switch sides and then stab this thing for bleed. Oh, it doesn't go up because it's already infected. Stupid game. It's fine. We gotta go to the next grade. It's fine. It's fine. We lost some gold there. It's fine. Wow, it's hard. Choose a random relic. All right, give me a random relic. What do you got for me? Click the eraser to erase the description text of a card of your choice one time in battle. At the start of battle, all cards with no attack gain an attack. That's weird. So that'll be like giving an attack to like the slide. I don't know. It's like megaphone. I don't think I want to erase the text of any of my cards. I think all these relics suck. Sure, I'll take a kunai, I guess. Wow, I hit that guy for 1. So cool. All right. Now, do I reroll my hand? Do I buy? Do I try to buy a megaphone for Volcano? Is that the only way I could play this game is megaphoning volcanoes? They're all raisins. Plus 3 on this would give it 4 damage through them all. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. That'll make the crush pretty big. Wow. It should be enemy's HP all equally. Sure. All right. Well, they have 45 life. Now you know the reason why I did that. Because I couldn't count before. Damn it. I have already done that. Hit them all for 3. Hit them all for 3. Hit them for 3. Hit them for 3. Hit them for 3. Hit them for 3. Hit him for 3. Son of a bitch. All right, sweet. They're finally running some tests in the background. That way we can see what the final result is. All right, how do we get through this? I think he's just megaphoning them. Next attack hits 2 times. I think it's just megaphoning them. Yeah, I guess I could try drawing a new hand. I have Volcano and that together. I'll just buy it. Now I can life swap to make them all have the same HP. It's fine, because now I frenzy this guy and then do the background thing, and then I can switch. It was intentional. I know what I'm doing. See? See? You thought I didn't know, but I did. All right, well, we got this shop, and then we got the boss, and then we actually win. Holy shit. What are you doing back there, Claude? I think it knew that it was going to billing, and so then it changed how it ran. I was like, all right, we're gonna consume as much as we can. No, I'm just kidding. It's doing a lot. Maneuvers, build, pure combat rules, firearms, sanity, event injection. Like it's putting in a ton of stuff. First aid getting built out. Like it's doing a ton of stuff. So it's fine. Choose one card in your deck to gain shock. Deal excess damage to the enemy behind the target. Ooh, that's pretty good. Oh, but this is even better. All right. All right. Let's get it. See if we can beat this guy. The hell's this? The price to add a card from your deck to your hand is $300. Cool, we got the megaphone. This guy being the back kind of stinks. It's fine. Yeah, all right. Megaphone. Into the volcano. And now we can make a copy of ourselves. And then we activate the bolt. And now we frenzy for 1 billion damage. Yeah, and then we do it again. No, now we just endless this guy. No! I forgot that was a copied card. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. That's fine. This. Into that. Into here. And we win. Man, that was hard. That was difficult. But we did it. The hell is this? Click the radar to consume 2 mana and apply choice to the next card used. Oh, cool. And rapier can be reused at will. Attacking an enemy that has already taken damage destroys this card. Wow, that was hard. That was a hard one, that's for sure. Yeah, let's quit this game. This thing has got to be about to finish, right? It's got to be. It's been running for 8 hours. No, it's seriously, honestly been. It says 3 minutes. You liar. Oh, it ran a codex review. AGI returned 3 findings. Will be reinvoked when it completes. Yeah, it ran for 56 minutes. Oh my goodness. That's a long time. 56 minutes. Police heat. I can't believe that's a thing that it has. It might be so much better. Oh man, it might be so much better if this was actually just built as like an LLM first. Like if I just created the ability for it to spawn entities, like spawn creatures, or like man, I'm now thinking that's how it should have gone. Because they could have just had the ability to like spawn anything at all. And then if it had a keeper that was a LLM, then that could be like, all right, you shot a gun in town. I'm going to spawn police officers in like that are coming in. I don't know how it was handling it otherwise, but if heat is valid, not. It went from a void to a bool. What are you doing over here? Gunfire detection out of the attack verb into process events. Oh. Patient refusal. What? They have armament until M22 places weapons in the world. Compiled out of shipping so no client can conjure a rifle. Wow. All right. After like an hour and 15 minutes. What do we got here? All right, PR37 is open and ready for your review. M9 rules, depth, slice 2, 6 commits, 121 tests are passing. What happened in the session? Your HP boundary question became a recorded ruling. Design now has encounter HP boundary. Sheet is truth. Right through is the designated fix. The sheet is the single point of truth. The combatant is a working copy. The pure engine needs closed value, headless testable, disconnected safe, and monsters have no sheet. And if a mid-encounter sheet reader ever appears, it fixes event time right through. All right, 2, a surprise on arrival. Slice 1 of the rules, depth work. Extreme damage, outnumbered die, dying states, aid in the medical save, had already landed off of 36. Really? Then what the hell were we doing here? If all that was already there. All right. And was merged. Main's continuation just didn't know yet. So this session built slice 2. The remainder. Maneuver over build. So trip, disarm, shove as the attack exchange resolving to an effect. Build is data. Player strength size. Creatures are archetype column. 3+ build overview is refused as futile at no slot cost. So the Tideborn teaches what the Bane is for. What? What is this line? Oh my god. That's funny. That doesn't make any sense. Firearms. No fighting back against bullets. Malfunctions jam as weapons data with a clear verb. The equipped weapon armament seam is prov debug arm. Present until M22. And police heat through the real consequences machinery per the harvest ruling. Witness sanity tolls a teammate seen fall or die prices a real check on every standing participant. Written straight into the sheet. Consistent with the boundary ruling, a bad 1 still costs the turn via the existing bout hook. Exploration treatment. Prov treat name. First aid Inside the hour, +1 rouses. Medicine after an hour, +1 D3, clears the festering major wound, each once per injury. External review round. Codex and AGY both converge on one real bug. Police heat consumed its once per shooter gate, even when no valid room existed, silencing all later shots. Fixed. Along with 3 more accepted findings: centralized gunfire detection, physical presence for treat, shipping gate on the arm verb. Arm verb? 4 findings rejected with reasons recorded in the PR body, including the blocker whose premise required in-encounter HP healing that doesn't exist. The M23 TRIPR also caught my first treat action wiring at 306 game mode lines. It now routes controller and subsystem directly. Remaining under rules depth and roadmap, hijack turns, power control, its own slice, pin grapple. Oh my god. Pin grapple, point blank, and M22 world item armament. The museum manifest has 9 new pyros that slice whenever you want. Oh shit. Alright, what was put on the PR? What was mentioned that got blocked? Rejected. Major wound plus HP healed back to entry value at teardown skips the injury stamp. Soft locking treatment. The premise requires an in-counter HP healing, which does not exist. It stabilizes without healing. So a new major wound always implies net HP loss. AJ suggestion has the major wound, restamps the off copy and wound. Wrongly reopened once per injury treatment every fight. Constraint noted in code. Revisit if in-encounter healing ever lands. Yeah, I would want to be able to do that. Disarm not persisted to equipped weapon between encounters. Deliberate V1. The same as a dev stand-in until M22, where the dropped weapon becomes a world item you can recover. Losing it forever with no floor pickup would be worse. Jams reset the same way. Midnight medicine cutoff. Deliberately a calendar day shape. Same day math as the sanity system. The numbers are tunable data. Legacy exploits weakness path, bypasses malfunction, codex minor. Dead path. The encounter engine always passes false since the typed Bane replaced the exploit. Flagged for deletion. With validation on the NPC RPC, codex minor. Project-wide pattern tracked under the standard RPC validation review item, not a branch regression. Recorded test gaps, not blocking. No invalid room gunfire regression. No jamming, first pull heat regression. Both paths are single condition filters in report gunfire. All right, well, while this stuff's still cached, I do want to carry off of this. We should have healing as an action someone can take during a combat turn situation. Oh, we could make disarm, transfer ownership of the object for now until the drop weapon revamp in M22. All right. I feel like this is not randomizing. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I was like, I feel like he's been playing nothing but Kid Cudi. Oh, did it not launch? Oh, it did. I just closed it at some point. Okay. Check the Conduct a review for. Do not interact with the files locally. If you must, then make a working tree copy. All right. So we supposedly got maneuvers over build firearms, witness sanity tolls, and treatment during the exploration stage. Once per shooter gate, even when no valid room existed. Now that silencing all later shots, fixing along with 3 more accepted findings. I'm kind of confused about what that means. But that's fine. 2 clear directives, an encounter healing and disarm is taking before building. I need to verify 1 engine and variant whether damage tracks complete off banked progress or off the fall. Oh, I see. It should be off the fall, ideally, but that's a good thing that it caught that. All right, you got $13 left to fix this. Okay. Oh shit, we're at negative $1. All right, I guess I better buy some usage credits. Son of a bitch. You better be worth it, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I like Steins Gate. And that one line. All right, I'll turn that on later. Wow, all right. Vitality battery and right through prevents stale data sync bug. Fighting maneuvers introduces physical mass frames. Futility gates for massive creatures maneuvers. Recommendation: the implementation is architecture compliant, handles the edge case gracefully, and is backed by a highly comprehensive test suite. Nice. That's good. That's good. Oi. All right. We have to test this once it finishes. But in the meantime, I shall return. It's a restroom break. Alrighty, this thing finished. Nope. It's building in the ability to heal inside of combat instead of just outside of combat, because I feel like you would want to heal in combat more than you would want to heal outside of combat, personally. I don't know. And then it was like the disarm doesn't do anything because we can't drop guns on the ground. I was like, well, that's not okay. Just transfer the ownership. So just finishing that, and then we can test this out. Pretty excited to give it a shot. Because this is built out a ton. Like, an absolute ton. Vitality boundary rules. The sheet is a single point of truth. The encounter combat is working copy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. I see what it's saying. Like, it doesn't want to have pointers into the system because then it makes it to where it's just not clean. But I don't like passing in. I don't like. I feel like it's better. Like, maybe I just haven't encountered the problems that come with two-way binding. Because everyone's like, oh, if you use two-way binding, then you get like unintended consequences. And it's like, do you? Isn't that the intended design of two-way binding? Is like, if I modify the player's health in one spot, it reflects in every spot. Like, isn't that a bonus, not a hindrance? Same with like websites. Like, if I change the value of something, don't I want it to change in every location? But everyone always says it's unintended consequences in it. Because, like, oh, well, you change this thing that changes another thing, which that was listened to, and it cascades. And it's like, good. That's what I want. That's why it's built that way. But it's trying to avoid that because it's considered a bad design. Maybe that's just like maybe I'm in the wrong. I mean, I've been programming for like 15 years, and I've never had it bite me in the ass yet. But who knows? Who knows? I also don't do a lot of web development, so in fact, that's probably the least that I do. Lately, that's been changing, but it's in a greenfield app, so makes it a little bit easier. All right, so we got vitality boundary, so it should be updating in both directions live, or at least it's a note to make it live, because it's passing the life into the combat system, and then it's modifying all the values inside the combat system, and then it's returning them back once the combat ends, which is a bit weird. I would think it would just give it the character, and then whenever it makes changes to the character, they are in both places, but it specifically said it didn't want to have references to objects outside because actors and things require a world and all that stuff. And right now, it's able of running the combat system independent of Unreal Engine, and it wanted to keep that. And I trust that Fable knows better than I do. No, so that's fine. All right, and then maneuvers over build. Like trip, disarm, and shove, the attack exchange resolves to an effect instead of damage. Build is combatant data, the size plus strength. Creatures have their own thing. Penalty die per point the defender holds over you, a cap of 2. A gap of 3+ is refused as a 0 slot cost. Like, you just can't do that. Disarm means a wielded item and swaps the victim to the unarmed skill. Knockdown equals prone. Okay, that's why I introduced prone. Melee versus prone is a +1 die. Rising spins their next move. Yeah, standing up. Yep. Shove is a pure signal. Fight back defenders who win the exchange strike for real. Maneuvers join the outnumbered die crowd. All right, firearms is no fighting back. It's a bullet, so firearms get introduced here. Fight back stands versus range resolves as standing open. Slide for narration. Dodge will oppose. Function numbers are weapon data. A roll at and above the jam will jam the piece. Attacks refuse until a main action clear. Armament seam. I keep seeing this word armament, and I'm dumb and don't know what it means. I have, like, an idea. Okay, I mean, that's what I thought, but then the process of arming, any equipment for resistance, that a body of forces equipped for war. All right, cool. So the equipped weapon is a server only. Yeah, that makes sense. Handgun, rifle, knife, done. Shipping gated until M22 places weapons in the world. A readied firearm rides the existing initiative bonus data at Dex plus 50. Police heat. Yeah, so this is an interesting. I'm surprised it's building this in right now. So socially expensive. Whenever you're firing guns, the first shot per shooter per encounter that actually fires adds a police heat for the room. A co-present scoped consequence naming the shooter detected centrally in the process events. Witness sanity tolls. Injected beyond the bout cost. A teammate seen going down prices grim mundane on every standing participant. Seeing dying is a personal horror. Killed outright prices once as the death. Price once as the death, huh? Applied by the world layer straight into the sheet through the standard check / bout path. Sanity never enters the pure engine. A resulting bout still costs the turn. Witness ordered as player order. Witness order is player array ordered. One die stream, process independent. Exploration treatment. Oh no, this shouldn't be a lost turn. It should be the keeper plays their turn. All right. Oh man, I don't want to give it that. I don't want to give it that clarification. All right. So when it had GPT and Gemini do a review, it found that the police seat consumed at once per shooter gate. The broadcaster posed even when the shooter stood in no valid room. So later, a real shot could never draw heat. What? It's once per shooter gate. Even when the shooter stood in no valid room. How could the shooter not stand in a valid room? That doesn't make sense to me. So later, a real shot could never draw heat. Now returns whether the heat landed. The gate and the pros ride that. Gunfire detection lived inside the console. Wow. All right. Yeah, I think that this would be better handled by putting a keeper in the game and giving it the ability to spawn enemies and stuff if necessary. All right. And then this is all some pretty minor things. Cool. So what happened over here? Both rulings are build, test, and pushed to the PR37, with a PR comment explaining the addition on top of the already reviewed slice. In encounter healing rather than a new verb. The existing aid gained its third patient tier. So aid Sarah still always does the medically right thing. Dying equals stabilize. Dead equals medical save. Wounded but standing equals bind wounds. Plus 1 HP first aid roll. Once per patient per encounter. Attempt consumed win or lose. Unnamed aid triages in that order. Before building it, I verified the one thing that could have made this dangerous. Damage tracks complete on the fall. Never on big numbers, so healing a standing ally can never corrupt the monsters. They all fall avenue. Healing the down stays deferred with revive for the slice 1. Disarm as ownership transfer. Any disarm now puts the weapon, jam state included, into the disarmer's free hand. Grabbing with an item already in hand is refused. Which means sheath or keep the gun, a real choice before wrestling. The subsystem re-resolves the taker's governing skill from their sheet since the pure engine can't read sheets. Okay. And the equipped weapon now copies out at teardown. So the taken weapon is yours across encounters until M22 replaces the transfer with a dropped world's item. This also happens to resolve AGI's review finding about disarmed state being discarded in the direction you choose. Both rulings are recorded in design, and their museum's manifest. 3 new test suites cover the heal, tiers, and gates. The weapon transfer hands full refusal and end-to-end ownership persistence through a live encounter. Pi Pass is standing user-owned items whenever you're ready. All right, let's see. Where is that tracked? I assume it's tracked here, question mark, in the playtest. Actually, wait, let me just go look at the PR. That's the best place to find where it's tracked, eh? 30 files changed. This is a massive PR. Holy shit. Wow. Is it in the design? I guess it is. It's not true. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't think it's tracking. I don't think it's tracking anywhere. I don't think it's tracking anywhere. This is like saying, hey, these things need to be put into. Oh, God. Yeah, I see it's saying like, oh, yeah. This stuff all still needs to be built into the museum. The museum doesn't exist. All right, well, shit. I think that means I can't actually test any of this, which is garbage. Let's go see. It's gonna be quite heartbreaking if I can't validate any of these aspects that I just spent an hour and $100 on. All right. All right, so we spawned into the cellar with a stranger's dead body in front of us. You step into the cellar. The stranger's remains is here. Are here? The stranger's remains are here. Is here in front of you, and it does not look away. Sanity check failed. Lose a sanity. All right, so you lose 1 sanity whenever you see a dead body. Okay, and you fail your check. Neat. What is this? I can't read these values. Wait 30 minutes. Okay. All right, let's investigate the dead body. Let's do a first aid check. You lean closer to the stranger's remain than anyone should. Sanity check failed. Lose another sanity. You go over the stranger's remains twice, but it was not. It will not resolve in a sense tonight. You spend 20 minutes regardless. I want to look at the body. I like first aid. All right, let's just keep doing first aid checks on him. All right. It comes together. The Revenant cannot abide by Widow's Lace. All right, now we should not be able to get that off the dead body. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's an engine overroll. Oh. 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 How can we justify understanding what the monster is and its weakness off of looking at a dead body? I get that we can know what the monster is off of it because maybe we recognize the fight or whatever. All right, since they were both there together, they both got the knowledge. That is supposed to be how that works. All right. Well, if we look around, we can apparently see some shit in the library, which I don't think we should be able to see. That guy ran into the chapel. Let's take this guy into the records office. Alright, so there's nothing here. Let's go to the library. I was gonna go take the widow's lace since I apparently knew it was in the library somehow. And so I have that. Alright, I'll try talking with you. What do you got for me, widow? Widow gives you nothing but a long measuring silence. What, she didn't like me flirting with her? Her loss, not mine. Let's go flirt with her with this guy, because each character can only flirt with him once. Oh, wait. Did I click confirm on the other one? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Okay. Alright, flirts fail. I'm leaving. Fast talk. Push like again, and they may stop talking. Wow, our fast talk skill sucks. Alright, I'm gonna intimidate. What's persuade? Oh, intimidate. Ah, she hates me. Alright, so now if I leave the area and I come in, then I should be able to still talk with her. Yep. Alright, now what if this guy re-enters the room? I haven't tested that. I still talk to you? I could still talk to you. Alright, well, we did not get through that. Can I pass the widow lace over? I can pass the items back and forth. Alright, well, there's nothing else we can really do. Let's play with the body. Alright, well, why don't we just sit here and wait out the day? Wait until the boogeyman shows up. Boogeyman. Boogeyman. The encounter has you. There's no boogeyman that happens at the end. Oh, what the hell? What kind of bullshit is that? You spend all this time building out the freaking thing and you don't fucking call it? Alright, well that's some baloney. That's actually pretty disappointing. Alright, it's still cash, I think. Appears as if the combat does not get called at any point in the game currently. Should I auto start at the end? Should we be able to learn where the monster hides and go fight it? Or learn where to banish it and go banish it? How long until I'm off of using credits? Resets in 1 hour and 10 minutes. Damn. Skip that. So I'm not able to test it. Wait, can I click on one another? I guess we should wait for this thing to finish because it might try to fire off the engine and do some testing. I didn't see how to use first aid on one another. Either way, I think this is where I wrap the stream up as my brain is mushy and I am sleepy. but I appreciate you keeping me company throughout the evening. We'll get a game made from Claude yet. It just may take some time. I feel like my approach is different from... Maybe I need to watch some YouTube videos, because all these videos, I've never seen them, I haven't watched them, but they're all like, I made a game in 24 hours, and they're like a complete game. Maybe I need to watch those and see what they're doing. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe there's this garbage. Or they're using pre-made stuff. Yeah, I'm going with that. Both. They're both garbage and using pre-made stuff. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you all. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.